Hey, it's Coach Mack, and today we're going to be talking about exercises you can do with those stretch bands behind me. Now, these are for a form of resistance training. Before I've done a video already about how to use weights for upper body lifting. Now, these exercise your muscles in a different way. There's still resistance, still working your muscles, making them work harder. Adding resistance where you have to use more force to move your joints and tendons, and you can do some of the similar exercises as you do with weights. You can do some exercises you can't do with weights, but there's some things you can't do with these that you can do that you can only do with weights. So it's good to have a variety. When you start working out a lot, you start to want to add variety. Just to keep it interesting and to target areas that you want to target. So the first one we're going to do is just the form of a roll or a lat pole that we've done before with the weights, where you're pulling backwards. You want to keep your back straight. You can just try to keep your elbows in, and the resistance kind of increases as you get more tension. As you pull back, and you can give yourself more tension and force by stepping back a little bit. And of course, this is all, these things are attached to a door frame, or you can get closer to have a little lighter resistance. These each of these bands have a different resistance level. Like the orange is light, the blue is medium, and the gray is heavy. And you can take off and reattach whatever you want to do. So if I think the 3 bands are too heavy, I can go with just the 2 bands, and it's a lot lighter. It just depends on how much resistance you need. And again, this is just, you can do it with your elbows in or your elbows out. They all do different types of, they all target your muscles in a different way. And I got these stretch bands because whenever I want to work out and I can't get into the weight room, it's tough to find exercises to do that target your back area, because a lot of those back exercises require you to do some pulling, and that's hard to do without equipment. There's a few things you can do. There's a few pulling exercises you can do without equipment, but there's not that many, which is why having this is a good option. So when I do my push-ups, I'm doing the front part of my body, and then I use these stretch bands to do the back part of my body. And that's a good workout to have, especially if you don't have weights to use or access to a weight room, or you have to stay in your room or your bedroom or your office area. So it's a good reason why I have these in my office area. So if there's times where I can't get to the weight room and I still want to work out areas of my body or get a full upper body workout, as long as you're doing something. As long as you're doing something better than nothing. You don't always have to do, the heaviest workload. You don't always have to go to the weight room. You don't always have to go to the gym. And you can lift in different ways where you can try to hold it. Alright. Definitely. And just like the other workouts, you do a set, and then you rest, you do a set, and then you rest. You can do the supersets like mixing some push-ups with this. Do pull-ups and push-ups, pull-ups and push-ups. I might do a little bit of that, but I'm primarily just doing this video on the stretch band exercises. And again, I got this from Walmart for about $20 or $25. And it's something you can take with you if you're going on vacation. Hook up into a door. And I'm not really counting how many reps I'm doing. I'm just doing enough until it feels like I got a good workout. Now, we're going to switch to a different exercise using the bands. And let me start with the light one, just to see how it feels. Always start light as a warm-up, and then work your way up. Might have to move this laptop a little bit just so you can see everything. In this one, put it down here.
Ms. Middleton, Mr. Dancer, please report to the front office. Ms. Middleton, Mr. Dancer, if you would, please report to the front office.
All right, and what you're gonna do is you're standing on it in the middle, and then you're going up to your side. I'm glad I started with the light ones, and this is your side raise. We did this before with dumbbells in the last workout. All right, so I feel like I get a real good, thorough stretch and range of motion with these things, because it's constantly, because weights you gotta go against gravity, this you gotta go against tension. Of course, after each set you wanna give yourself a little break. And you can, you always gotta make sure they're as level as they can be. And to give yourself just a little bit more tension, you can cross them. That way it's pulling at a little deeper angle. And whenever you're ready to start. And again, I don't go at a certain number of reps. I just go until I feel like I got a good exercising. That's all you want. You just want to get a good pump. Get that blood going into the muscles. And if you want to add some cardio to this, you can always do sets of jump rope in between. And what you definitely should do after a good 30 minutes of working out with these stretch bands is to go for a 30-minute walk afterwards. This is an all upper body workout. So it's an all upper body muscular workout. So you definitely want to add some lower body cardio to make it a complete workout. Do some more shoulder raises. I think I like the crossover ones a lot better. Definitely gonna do a set of that. Now I feel like I'm getting a nice clean up this area. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna step in the middle again. And then we're gonna go sideways. All right, good. Now I'm going to switch this up a little bit because I can, for the next exercise, I know I can do a little bit more with bicep curls than I can do with the shoulder raises. So I'm going to test the heavier one. And make sure when you're stepping on this under your feet, you're getting it going through the middle of your shoe. When I first did this, I was just stepping on it with my toes, and it had slipped through and almost hit myself in the face with the stretch band. So this is definitely something that can hurt you. If you're not following the safety rules, definitely step over it with your whole shoe in the middle, because if you just step on it with your toes, it could slip out and snap up to your face. Well, this might be a little too heavy. No, that's fine. And again, these are just bicep curls like we do with the dumbbells. But with the dumbbells, I do alternating, but this one you can do them both at the same time. So far we've worked out our back, we've worked out our shoulders, and now we're doing our biceps. And you just do a set and rest for as long as you need, whatever your recovery time is. And as you keep working out, your recovery time should be getting shorter because you're recovering faster and it doesn't take you as long. You can lock your elbows against your chest to really isolate the muscle. So if you go like this, you're kind of using the shoulders too much. But if you keep your elbows in, you're primarily using your elbows. And always have something to drink as you work out. It's a little warm in here today. And again, there's only so much you can do with these things, but it's definitely better than not having anything to do at all, and especially if you can follow this up with a nice 30-minute walk. It's a good total body workout. All right. Now this next one, let me start with the light one. This one's going to be for your tricep. You're just going to hold on to one end right there, and you're just going to bend your elbow like this. And that's almost like doing those tricep extensions. Remember when we were going like this with the dumbbells? Same motion, but you're just going down. And let's do the other side. Just keeping that elbow tight, not going out, just keeping your shoulder straight and your elbow going down. And what you could also do is rest on your knees, keep your elbows tight, and go down like this. Now you're going to want to make sure you have a good grip on your stretch bands that you don't let go of them. So be under control, because you don't want this to slip out, possibly hit you in the face and give you a face injury. So this could be dangerous because your face is close to these moving parts here that can snap back very fast. All right. Let's see. Let's try that with the medium one. Yeah, this feels a lot better. But you definitely have to have a tighter grip, because you don't want to let go of this. Got to follow the safety rules. I definitely recommend doing this with adult supervision. All right, let's give ourselves a break right there. So we've done our back, we've done our shoulders, we've done our biceps, and now we're doing our triceps. Another thing you can do is the overhead tricep extension. Another favorite weight room workout of mine. Trying to keep those elbows straight. It's really about just giving your muscles some variety. Now remember that pull-over motion we did before, where we're just keeping our arms straight and pulling our arms back. It's a back exercise. So let's take this and then pull back like that. We're not bending at the elbow. Keeping our arms straight. Almost like you're skiing. Go ahead and let yourself rest up a little bit. Move this, because I'm going to be opening the door in a second. To be careful if you put hand sanitizer on that your hands aren't too slippery. Might need to get some weightlifting gloves to hold your grip on the equipment. Alright, so now you can move the door attachment to the floor so you can do other types of workouts. And let me get my handles. Let me get my handles back. Sounds like I'm trying to start playing basketball again. Let me get my handles back. Alright, so with the anchor point at the ground, you can do other types of workouts. Again, we could go back to doing the curl and just having the leverage coming from a different angle to give tension to your muscles at a different location. If you want to try to work out the whole muscle. And then another one you can do is the single arm shoulder raise, where you're just going like this across your body. Now I like this one because with the side raises, you're not really getting tension at this area with the weights. So the weights, the tension doesn't start till here when you're going against gravity. When you're going here, there's no tension because it wants to rest here. But with the stretch bands, you're getting a pull all the way from here. So you get more tension and more range of motion when you do the side raise. So that's why sometimes if you go to a weight room, you see people doing this type of shoulder exercise. Just turn around. And it'll go the other way. Let me move this up a little bit. Then you want to keep it as straight as you can. Like pouring a gallon of milk. All right, going back the other way. Alright, other arm. So you can do a lot with shoulders with this, and sometimes that's often a neglected area of the body. Alright, now, whoops, okay, start with my left, okay. Now we're going to do our front raises. Remember doing this with the dumbbells? Whoa, okay. And this is a nice fluid motion, just under control the entire time, because sometimes with weights it feels like you're swinging them. This one, you're pulling and releasing, pulling, nothing's swinging down. Gravity's not helping at all. It's all tension. This can be good therapy for if you have shoulder. I remember the first time I ever needed physical therapy was for a dislocated shoulder, and we did a lot of there's so many, because your shoulder is a ball and socket joint, So there's lots of tendons, muscles, and ligaments going on to keep your shoulder stable. And so you got to strengthen every one of them, because my shoulder would often slip out of place. I think it's my left shoulder. All right. First it started with a tumbling accident when I was trying to do a handstand. And then it really got messed up boxing. I mean, my friends we started boxing, and I had got a shoulder injury from that, from just punching too hard or something. I didn't know what I was doing. And it took a while, and that shoulder stayed injured for a while. I said it was a subluxation, like a partial dislocation. And those are not fun to deal with. All right. Now, remember those tricep extensions? Oh, I don't know if we can do it this way. Okay, there we go. It's pulling from behind you. Before it was pulling from the top, now it's pulling from the bottom. The good thing about this, unlike a bar, each arm has to pull its own weight. All right. Again, if you want to do some chest presses, this is kind of, I don't really do this because it's just kind of awkward, but maybe that's a good thing because it really works more on your stabilizing muscles. And what stabilizing muscles are the muscles that help you stay balanced. Like, you have muscles that can help you stand up, squat, but then there's the muscles that help you stand on one foot to keep you from tilting one way or the other. Those are stabilizing muscles to keep you balanced. And sometimes these cords and tension things are pulling at unusual and infrequent or uncommon angles that causes muscles that you don't normally use every day to really pay attention to the joints, keep you upright. Just like when you were first learning to walk as a baby, there was a lot of wobbling, but now you walk just fine. Unless you got some unusual tension being pulled in areas you're not used to. So you can go below, or you can put the cord above your arm. Not an exercise I like too much because I'm not as. But sometimes being uncomfortable is very good. It's good to do things that are uncomfortable because it means you're weak in that area. And one area that I'm weak is in pull-ups, and that's definitely something I want to get better at, is doing pull-ups. And one thing I try to say to myself, whichever exercise you like doing the least, you should probably be doing the most. Because if you don't like it, like I said, of how important it is to find out what exercises you like, because you're more likely to continue doing exercises that you like. And if you like them, and then you're more likely to do them, then you're going to exercise more. And if you exercise more, you're going to stay fit. But it's just as important to find out the exercise that you don't like so much, because that's probably identifying a weak area in your fitness. And if it's a weak area instead of running from it and hiding from it, you need to face it head on and get better at it, so that not only are you no longer afraid of it, but now you're good at it. And that's another thing that'll keep you exercising more if you feel like you're good at something. We like to do things that we feel like we're good at. So why not make yourself good at everything? Like I said, if you don't like it, even more of a reason you should do it. If you do like it, then you're probably already doing it. So that's what you kind of discover as you do these workouts, is what you like and what you dislike, what your weak areas are, and these are all signs of what you should be doing more of. I see all these fitness books and fitness machines being invented, and what I say to myself is, those machines are made for people who will do anything but run. And another goal of mine is to become a runner again. So after you finish this 30-minute upper body workout, it's great to go for a walk, but even better if you're able to go for a run. If you're fit enough to go for long runs, then that's great, keep that up. If not, at least go for a walk until you build yourself up to being able to run. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this workout, and I'll see you next time.